So here we are in the training camp, an unspecified area. We've been here now for 7 weeks. I've been here with Lee Doherty, triathlete, swimmer. This is the morning of the event, and we're gonna just go straight to Lee and ask him how he's feeling before this, the biggest swim of his life.
Well, I think I'm in a pretty good place. You know, the training camps went better than ever. I think once you've got the experience that I have within the triathlete scene and events overall, it definitely does become a mental thing, and when you can take control of that and overcome it, then.
And what sort of things do you need to overcome?
Well, you know, I mean, there's just the overall aspect of not only the swim but the event. I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot of people there watching. But you know, once you're in there, once you're in the water, those nerves and adrenaline just turn to focus, and then the passion itself will I believe will bring me through.
Do you carry confidence into this event from your last swim in again in an event back in Middlesbrough, 1994? It was a terrific victory then in the under-15s swimming championships, B squad. Do you think that stands you in good stead for today?
Well, nothing's ever gonna. I'm never gonna recapture those lofty heights of '94. However, a lot has happened from between now and then, and I think I'm in a different place. I'm even in a better place mentally, physically, and you know, like believing in myself, waking up every day at training camp, and knowing that I can overcome what some others have referred to as adversity. I believe that. You know, I'm just there. I feel it. It's just such a hard thing to explain.
And finally, because this is what a lot of people are going to ask, the pressure. I mean, you've got 2 young teammates that perhaps, it has to be said, have their hopes, dreams, and let's be honest, their aspirations weighing on your shoulders. Because if you get off to a bad start and you see a 12-year-old maybe swim past you, not only is that going to be detrimental to your confidence, but theirs too. What or how do you overcome those boundaries, knowing that those 2 rely on you so heavily, and that you could make or break not only their triathlete career, but their life?
Well, I mean, some call it pressure, some would call it, I don't know what others would call it actually, because it is pressure. But again, we'll go back to those 1994 stages where the 12-year-old did actually pass me when I was on the U15 swim team. That did dampen my career for a slight time. But I believe I can use that experience.
Some 17 years, some may say, but...
Well, others would say it's only been 16. But I feel as though I've got everything happens for a reason, yeah? And I think those experiences are now going to reflect into this. I wouldn't say it's pressure, I'd say it's more an excitement factor. Yeah, I mean, if we get off to a bad start, if I was happening to trip and fall, if I stubbed a toe, if I got a mouthful of water when I wasn't expecting it, if foot in the face. I mean, these are all things that the triathlete has to overcome. And I believe that, I mean, we've got Cameron Jones and Kate Evans, both 11. Some would say slightly younger than myself. I would say maybe I'm slightly older, that's all. Which with age you get experience, and I don't feel the pressure. I don't let that get to me. We've got a really good camaraderie. I mean, the girls have issued warnings to myself, but I like to think that they're more motivational challenges. Things like, if you mess this up, we are going to kill you. That to me is that's a relationship that we have.
But there have been some concerns expressed by others saying that that's perhaps too much, and that there's too much pressure on you, and that, you know, death threats not everyone would respond. I mean, how do you put everyone at ease and say, no, you know what, I like to be threatened with death when looking to win, or perhaps not win, perhaps that's not for you anyway, to win your leg would be a minor miracle, but how do you respond to those people that say death threats aren't necessary?
You know, we look at great historical figures throughout the past. Gandhi, Jesus, great presences. I like to say that I'm somewhat similar in this scenario. Not everyone like them. People give them death threats. That seemed to motivate them more. So I'm gonna look to them guys for a little bit of encouragement, and hopefully I can use their trials and tribulations and put them into this event and use it as a good thing. A death threat isn't always a bad thing.
So Lee Doherty will be swimming with Gandhi and Jesus on his back today. Lee, the camera crew will be there with you today to get your pre-imminent race thoughts, if that's the right terminology. Either way, we're looking forward to it. Don't sink. We'll be catching up with you very, very shortly. Best of luck from all of your viewers and from Gandhi.
Thank you very much.